Hello everybody, I'm the Gamer Scot and welcome to my first look at Destroy the World by Nihad Nasupovic. I apologise if I've butchered that name. Destroy the World is a top-down action game, probably taking aim at things like Rampage, but never quite hits the mark. Right off the bat, the first thing you'll notice is that the art style of the monster itself and that of the world that you're walking around in do not match. I don't know if the monster is an original design or if it's taken from Unity as well, but clearly the environments are. Not necessarily a bad thing by itself, but it's a very glaring thing. The monster style is very cartoony and very shiny, kind of got a slimy look, which I really like, but the kind of grimy realistic world doesn't work. They don't exist in the same universe. So as you'll see, the idea is you walk around, you destroy all these objects, and there are a lot of objects on each level, but conversely, there's actually not enough. So what happens is, you start out just destroying everything in sight, and then by the end of the level, when you get to 75-80%, you're suddenly, everything slows down. So you're in this place where you're looking at the map, which is not particularly helpful, but you're trying to find this last car, or this last stupid tree for 0.3% of progress, and there's no climax to each level. Everything just kinda, it peters out. It starts okay, and then it ends really, really weak. The whole thing isn't helped by the fact that the monster moves really, really slowly. When you're using the joypad, you hold down A and you run all the time, and that should be the default speed, but the non-running movement speed is painfully slow. So what is the problem? Really, there's no increasing challenge. So as the levels go on, you should have emergency services, and you should have some kind of health bar that is depleted over time. Like, there's an unlimited amount of time to finish each level, and that's dull. If you were forced to take on armed forces coming after you, as would happen in real life, that would make it more interesting. I always imagined Destroy the World coming as a cross between Katamari and something like Blast Corps on N64. Where Katamari, you would get bigger as you destroyed more stuff. The maps would need to be much, much bigger. But I pictured this Katamari monster getting bigger the more things that it kills, so it was able to take on more army challenges. And then that would be, in my head at least, far more interesting, far more entertaining, and far more challenging than just, here's an empty space and everything in it can be destroyed. A couple of mentions for little graphical things that they don't affect the gameplay that much, but they just annoy me. The fact that the edges of the map are solid blind edges. Like, you can see the edge of the map where if they bought an asset, it's where the asset ended. That is ridiculous. Nothing breaks immersion quite like, oh, by the way, you're in a level. Secondly, the UI is super ugly. Now, in its defense, it at least follows the look of the main character, but it is hideous. It looks like it was designed for mobile, and a mobile game from like 2009. One thing I do want to make a passing comment on is there are kind of hints that there is an environmental message hidden in here somewhere. The levels themselves focus on a lot of polar ice cap destruction, a lot of oil rig destruction, a lot of nuclear fallout, a lot of rainforest destruction, and the killing of endangered creatures and things like that. They make a big deal on their Steam page of planting trees, and I don't know if that's always been intentional or if it's something that they were supposed to make much more obvious, but it kind of got hidden behind this kind of crappy throwaway game. So that's Destroy the World. It's out now on Steam for 79 pence in the UK, or I guess $1 in the States, and I honestly can't say I'd recommend using it. It's been a long time since I made one of these videos, and I'm a little bit upset that my first video back is so negative, but unfortunately that's the cards I was given. So thank you very, very much for watching. I am the Gamer Scot. Check out the YouTube channel, subscribe if you've enjoyed this one, check me out on twitch.tv/thegamerscot, and hopefully I'll see you again soon.